Hello everybody and welcome back to Starcraft 2. Now, last replay, I was wanting some replays, and I still am. You can send those to darkslayertv@gmail.com. But I temporarily, or I say temporarily, I joined a Starcraft 2 Discord. I don't believe they're a team or anything particular like that, but it's just a community Discord where they play Starcraft. And they like to upload their replays, and I asked if I could cast them. They said yes. So these are going to be skirmishes from their Discord, and I'll talk to them, see if I can put the link in the description, things like that. You guys can join. I would imagine it seems pretty public, but if the link's not there yet, I need to ask and figure all of that out. However, we are fighting a PvP today. We have Valkyrie versus, which I guess Valkyrie's up here, by the way. Down here, we are fighting Kaii. Now, this is a platinum level game, and something I want to talk about whenever I cast low-level StarCraft is I critique the gameplay. And whenever I am, well, hold on, just a quick note, Kai's building a pylon in Valkyrie's base. But something that, the reason I'm bringing this up is because I don't want anyone to think that, or take it personally if I point something out. It is purely constructive criticism and meant to help out the players. Now, Kaii is building that pylon, which did finish, and the forge now almost finished as well, which means we are going to have cannons in the base of Valkyrie. We can see the chat of the observers. That'll be interesting. Valkyrie does see it, though. Now, does Valkyrie go for the pylon, or does she go, or them go for the probe? She's got 4 on the pylon, 1 on the probe. This isn't terrible. The probe is the biggest thing to get killed here. However, as you can see, it is leaving, meaning that she can mostly... I keep saying she. I don't know if Valkyrie's a she. I don't know why. For the duration of this cast, they are now a she. But this pylon will go down. Probe got left. No cannons being made. However, that's going to significantly put Kaii behind. Now, Kaii, I want to bring something up to you about your current building structure. Does look like Valkyrie needs to put these probes back. Too busy talking in the chat. The lower level you are, the more distracting chat is. But no, what I wanted to talk to you about, Kaii. Do not wall versus Protoss, because you're playing Protoss. So what does that mean? Well, if you're behind the wall, which naturally, if you're going to have a wall, your mentality should be, I need to be behind it, right? Well, if the exact same units are attacking it from max range, on the other side, your units are not going to be able to attack those units without trying to clump down this ramp. So when you're playing against your own race, this applies for Terran as well, you don't want to build walls. Again, a stalker at max range can hit this gateway. A stalker behind the wall at max range cannot attack this stalker. So that's what that's about. We do have a hell of a pylon here. We have a Twilight Council on the way. Chronoing the Zealot. I will say most of the time you'll want to chrono boost your probes in this situation. I see you're saturating the natural. The main is not saturated yet. But let's go up here. Let's check out both teams. Sorry, I got distracted. Valkyrie, her warp gate has finished up. She's got 3 gateways on the way here. Going double forge at the front. Okay, so this is very similar to this situation. The biggest difference being, though, if you've got upgrades on the way, this is the first thing they're going to come into contact with. If your army's here, they have a wider range to attack you from. So you're going to be stuck in this gap, and they're going to be out here, which means you've got a smaller area to deal with. So don't put your forges at the front like this, because your army has to go here to defend them, and then they've got this huge arc. All right. Using the Phoenix hallucination at plat level is rare, so I'm glad to see it. Going straight into charge. That's a very, very quick charge. Are you going to go into High Templar? Is that the plan here? If it is, you really need to get some more gases going. get this saturated. Don't stop building those probes. All right, let's go ahead and see that Valkyrie building a Stargate. Now, I'm interested to know why Valkyrie is going Stargate. The Phoenix, I assume, will see it. I imagine Kaii clicked up there to see it. He's choosing to go Robotics Bay, even though he has the Twilight Council. So he's not going to go into Quick Archon, which means the Robo Bay is pretty late. We have one... Ooh, no. Do not get shields. I don't care that you're going Stargate. This is not worth it. This is not worth it. It's like, yes, technically putting, like, I don't know, aluminum foil on the outside of a car makes it more durable. And if you need every last option, yeah, apply the aluminum foil. But this is like getting aluminum foil instead of like actual armor. Always skip this upgrade unless you just, it's the end game and there's no upgrades left and you feel like building more upgrades. This is a no. Do not get this. Get the armor. Again, sending out that Phoenix. All right. The Stargate is going to go for Oracle. We have a Warp Prism on the way from Kaii. We still only have 2 gases in an unsaturated main. This is very low economy. Lots of chargelets. So I think the idea here from Kaii is going to be, I'm going to overwhelm you with chargelets. The Sentry does have no energy. So the reason this is a problem is, yes, you got the scouting information, but those force fields are going to help your zealots, not hinder them, as long as you place them even remotely correctly. We do have a forward gateway being built here, so he can try to apply additional pressure a bit quicker. We have the Oracle at the top right there. We'll have to see if they do move that down. Looks like it is actually going to move out. We'll have to see if they can get any damage done with it. They are going to have to deal with the Warp Prism, though. They're going to have an attack at the front. Which, by the way, you'll see what I mean, by the way, whenever you're in this small area versus this big area. Luckily, though, it's mostly Zealots. Zealots are not going to be able to take advantage of this as much. Again, you're sending in the Phoenix. I'm not 100% sure. I think force fields, well-placed force fields, are going to be way better here. So the Stalkers don't just run away from you. In the meantime, we are going to have the Oracle come in. At the same time that it looked like the Warp Prism tried to go in, but the F2... So the Oracle's going to have a mass pull on Valkyrie here, or on Kaii here. Kaii is running these probes for their lives. The Oracle just has to exist right now, and it's doing massive damage. Kaii, you don't need to bring your Zealots back. They cannot attack the Oracle. If anything, just warp in a few Stalkers. That's all you really need to do. Yep, just like that. Quick tip, I'm going to pause because there's a lot going on. Anytime you send your workers back, this is what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead and control-click, like, or select them all, whatever. Right-click your gas, hold Shift, click probes 3 times, right-click this gas, Shift, 1, 2, 3, then right-click the minerals. You will fully saturate both gases, and the rest will go to the minerals, and then obviously you'll want to split the rest into any other bases that got pulled. The Zealots are now going to try to move forward here. We do not have any micro from Valkyrie, so she is taking a fair bit of damage from the Zealots, but it doesn't really matter. She just has overwhelming numbers right now. The Stalkers have 1-1, one of them being on the shield, and Kaii doesn't really have a response to this. Kaii has no economy. So Kaii, your biggest issue here was your economy. A lesson that I learned pretty early on is macro is going to be better than anything you can do with micro. And the reason for that is because if they have 10 Stalkers to your 1 Stalker, I don't care how well you micro the Stalker, the 10 Stalkers are going to win. So yeah, I think you just really need to focus on your macro here, buddy. Really focus on those minerals, get these gases back being saturated. But this is pretty much over. I don't know that you can come out of this. We'll see. I'll be interested. We did get Stalkers, Phoenixes here for Valkyrie. Very interesting choice. Phoenixes are going to be picked off pretty easy. I think it's a really high micro unit that you probably might be putting APM into that you don't need to yet. Honestly, I would skip on the Phoenixes unless you absolutely need them. Like right now, you could focus on just moving back the hurt Stalkers, right? So that way, as these chargelets come in, you can just move the hurt stalkers back. I think that would be better use of your APM if you're not macroing, which honestly, you should probably be macroing. But even if you're not macroing, the Phoenix is honestly not worth your APM right now. And we have a GG from Kaii. The failed cannon rush into, honestly, just no economy was going to make that a very, very difficult game to come back from. Good job to Valkyrie. Sorry, I called you a female the whole time. I don't know what your preferred gender is. But yeah, not bad. Again, skip the Phoenixes unless you need them. But other than that, both of you did great. See you guys in the next replay.